Hey everybody, it's Chris. How are you? Pretty excited today. We haven't spent a lot of time organizationally touting this new acquisition that we've made, so I thought I'd make a little video, talk a little bit about it, and tell you what it means for us. So the acquisition that we announced last week was of the Chemetail business. Yes, it's Chemetail, not Chemetail, which is a Frankfurt-based subsidiary of the Albemarle Group. The acquisition was for about 3.2 billion euro, which is a pretty large sum. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting because this acquisition is all about the coatings business. So what does the acquisition of Chemetail mean for us here in North America? So Chemetail in revenues in 2015 was an $845 million firm. And roughly 30%, a little more than 30% of that business was here in North America. So let's say for sake of argument that Chemetail in North America is about $300 million. Now Chemetail has activities in New Jersey, which is their North American headquarters. They also have a plant in Michigan. They've got a facility in Ontario, and then they have a facility in Querétaro outside of Mexico City. They also have a sales office in California. So there are a bunch of different locations that are going to be joining in. Having said that, Chemetail is going to be operated, at least initially, as a global business unit. If you look at the markets that Chemetail is in, Chemetail is in the aerospace market, which is really interesting for us because that's not a place that we're playing a lot in right now. Certainly one of the core markets for Chemetail is in the OEM coatings business, so they're very, very big. They're the number 2 player globally in their markets, but that's also in the pre-treatment of metal ahead of when coatings get applied to the metal in the OEM facilities. So, you know, there's a lot to like here. There's a lot to like here. And the synergies, the business synergies between Chemetail and what we're doing in the coatings business are very obvious. You know, it's going to be on us and on the folks with Chemetail who will now, you know, be our colleagues to make it all happen. Okay, the integration of Chemetail. It's going to take a little while. There's all sorts of things that have to happen before the final closing of the deal. We expect that the deal is going to close sometime before the end of the year, so probably late in the fourth quarter. This is a global acquisition. The whole integration part of this will be managed globally. We'll certainly have a big part in that because of the size of Chemetail in the region. But, you know, we'll just have to let things play out. In the meantime, and maybe, you know, this is kind of the last thing I would say, you know, this is now the third major investment that BASF or the coatings industry has made in ourselves and in the coatings business in the last, let's call it 12 months. And I'm not sure everybody really knows that. We invested a significant amount of money in the conversion of the largest collision shop network in Australia called the AMA Group, which was a huge, huge effort, a significant, although not on the order of Chemetail, a significant financial investment to really capture a large part of the refinish market there. At the same time, we did the acquisition that was announced a couple of months ago of Jinfan Chemistry, which is more of a value for money player, but a relatively large one in the Chinese market in the refinish business. And now we've got this acquisition of Chemetail. So while I think we like to be a little critical of ourselves, you know, are we growing? You know, where are we in the whole, we're in the greater picture of things. The reality is, the coatings business is doing very well. We're clearly investing in the coatings business, and this acquisition of Chemetail is you know, probably the largest, but just another example of the confidence that BASF is putting in us. It's a great acquisition. Like I said earlier, you know, the synergies between our businesses are obvious, and I'm really excited to get going with it, and really excited that we got this sort of continued vote of confidence from BASF. So with that, thanks. I'm out.